A lady was working late. She was alone in the office, typing away. Walking towards her, we can see a female ghostly figure. When she's next to her, the figure instantly disappears. Moments later, the worker falls back and forth, and it moves from table to table before falling to the floor as if she was possessed by a female demon. We can then see a faint back of the female worker walking away. The parent of this child placed a camera in her room. As she was sleeping face down, she looks to be dragged out of bed. As she was about to land on the floor, she becomes conscious and tries to hold on to her bed. Moments later, she leaves her bedroom with her right leg slightly lifted, as if someone is pulling it. A man in a black hoodie walks down the corridor, but as he approaches the black shadow, the man falls to the floor. His right leg is lifted and he looks to be dragged away by the black shadow. Eventually, the shadow fades away and the man quickly gets up and runs back the way he came from. A camera was placed in the kitchen of this house because the owner would come home at times to a very messy kitchen as if someone had robbed the place. But when they watched the footage, aggressive paranormal activities were captured, sending chills right down their spine. Here we can see cupboards would suddenly open by themselves. Not one, but several items would fall down the table with plates being smashed on the floor. Cutleries can be seen flying around the kitchen. Chairs were moving as if someone was pulling it from behind. Then all three table mats slides and lands on the floor. The cupboard door can be seen moving as if an aggressive, angry demon is doing it to release their anger of some sort. The video then ends with a chair flying to the table. This incident happened on the 14th of September 2003 at Wingate Hotel in Illinois. This video was captured by the hotel. The security John was sent to investigate room 209 as there were multiple complaints of someone screaming. However, this room was believed to be vacant at the time of recording. So if that's the case, who's making these noises? John walks up to the room, knocks on it, then tells his colleague that he too can hear the screaming. John's about to head in, but his colleague asks him to wait for the police to arrive. The loud screaming continues, so John decides to head in. A white figure then emerges from the room into the corridor. The light in the corridor then switches on and off. John comes out of the room and feels uneasy because he couldn't find anyone in the room and the furniture's been turned upside down and the shower's also been turned on. Take a look at the full footage.
It should be 209.
John, do you copy? It's room 209. Amy says nobody's checked into that room, and there's reports of screaming coming from that room. Amy, he's on his way down there right now. What's going on, John? There's no one checked into that room. There should be nobody in there. Wait 1 second, John. Amy, are you there? Yeah, John says he hears the screaming coming from that room. And I hear it too. But we're sure that no one's checked into that room. Correct? John, just wait. We're going to get a hold of the police. So, I would wait for the police, John. Amy, John's going to enter the room real quick just to check, make sure, see what's going on. Wait one. John? John, are you there? Somebody's in there. Man, that's scary. I'm officially freaked out now.
This footage was captured in a Blockbuster video rental store in Mexico. The male employee can be seen stacking the DVD on the shelf. All of a sudden, the trolley to his left moves forward slightly. He noticed it but continues with what he was doing. Eventually, he moves to another aisle, then the DVD falls off the shelf. The commotion caused him to return to the aisle. He then picks it up and restacks it. The same DVD then falls off the shelf for the second time. The employee goes to pick it back up again and continues with what he was doing. Another DVD begins to fall, and every time he restacks it, another DVD would fall to the floor. He begins to realize the situation and becomes frightened. He didn't feel safe staying there any longer, so decides to run out of the store. This video was from a surveillance camera taken on the 6th of September 2012 at 11:14 p.m. The boxes can be seen falling to the floor, initially one by one, then the whole lot. The boxes moves in a way in which it looked like someone was pushing it to the floor. So what do you think happened here? This happened in a Malaysian hotel. A lady was sitting on a chair whilst using her phone. Seconds later, she can be seen calling someone. Then she hears a noise, so turns her head around to see what's going on. Following that, the chair next to her suddenly moves towards her. She quickly jumps away and lands on the floor. Filled with fear, she gets back on her feet and looks for a way to escape. She notices the door is directly in front of her, in which she runs towards it, but before she even gets there, chairs and table lands in front of the door, blocking her way. Petrified of what happened, she runs back to the back of the room. Scared to death, she trips and becomes unconscious. Then the chairs can be seen thrown across the room. During the early hours on the 1st of November 2012, security staff monitoring the CCTV at an office in Castlefield House, Manchester, United Kingdom, witnessed a series of strange events. The unsettling video footage shows an empty office with chairs randomly moving, filing cabinets opening all by itself, stacks of paper flying everywhere, and computer screens flickered to life. Haunted or not, you decide. This incident happened in the US. Here we can see a woman exiting the building via revolving doors. Seconds later, 3 men follows. The first man gets in as the revolving door starts to move. Both the glass panel in front and behind him collides, smashing his face, leaving a shower of glass on the floor. After which, the door then moves slightly, but this could well be the wind or the people outside causing it. He was later sent to the hospital and sustained minor injuries. The footage was then sent to both the police and hotel maintenance. However, neither of them could provide a reason for this. This video was taken from a surveillance camera at a hospital in Asia. An adjustable hospital bed is seen moving frequently until it falls over to the ground. When this video was released online, some said it's moving because it's being pushed by the wind, but we can quite clearly see this isn't the case because the leaf on the tree doesn't move. And plus, given the heavy weight of the bed, the wind alone is unlikely to have caused that much effect on it, causing it to move. At the same hospital, we can see yet another adjustable bed moving on its own. An employee in the area doing some repair work noticed it, then walks towards the bed, but when the bed suddenly starts to move, he freaks out and leaves the area. Thank you so much for watching. Please do consider subscribing. Click here to watch another video, and please do stay safe and stay alert out there, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.